Today we're talking Solo, a Star Wars story. When it dropped, fans trashed it, and the critics were pretty lukewarm about it too. And shortly after, it disappeared into the black hole of Disney Star Wars filler. I intended to go the rest of my life without watching Solo until I was making my Star Wars movie tier list video, and I realized I have never actually seen it, so I decided to give it its own video. Is that the Millennium Falcon? Oh my god! A big reason Solo flopped so hard is due to it being released at the worst possible time ever. It premiered on May 10th, 2018, right between two little indie films you might have heard of before, Infinity War and Deadpool 2. So, Solo was cooked. On top of that, it came out just 5 months after The Last Jedi, and we all remember how that movie went.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
People were just not ready for another Star Wars movie. It was just too soon. I know I wasn't. If it couldn't get worse for dear old Solo, well, they were having production issues that basically doubled its budget. To put it into perspective, Rogue One, a side movie with a $240 million budget, made $1 billion at the box office. The Force Awakens, with a $533 million budget, pulled a bag of $2 billion. So how much do you think Solo, with a $250 million budget, brought in? I'll give you a sec, guys. Don't worry. I'll give you a sec. It was $393 million. Generally, a movie wants to make 2x or 3x their budget in order for the studio to be profitable, so this was a pretty big flop.
So, I saw Solo. Let's do this. Number 1, story bad.
Solo was doomed from the start, and we only have Disney to blame for that one. When you devote a film to the Han Solo origin story, there will be high expectations. You can't just phone it in with a generic blockbuster, and that's exactly what the trailer felt like.
Advice.
I get that it was meant to be a lighthearted adventure to entertain us before the rise of Skywalker, but it ends up feeling very, 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 very mediocre. If you're telling a Han Solo origin story, I think you should fully commit and develop his character. Something akin to Andor would have been cool, and I know it's not a fair comparison, one's a TV show and one's a movie, but imagine a story focused on Han Solo and not Han Solo and friends. Honestly, I think it's best going into Solo with zero expectations. It's a fun little space heist that's easy to enjoy if you just let yourself have a good time. The action scenes are sick, and there are genuinely many haha moments. It's on about the same level as the heist episode from Mandalorian Season 1. Honestly, instead of watching either of these, just go watch Ocean's 11. That's a banger heist movie.
Now, once we get down the shaft, though, then it's a piece of cake. Just 2 more guards with Uzis and the most elaborate vault door ever conceived by man.
Half the reason heist movies are fun is because the crew on the job is fun to follow. That's the core of what makes Solo enjoyable. Every character brings their own flavor to the group, whether it's the love interest, the smooth talker, the muscle, or the bootleg Rocket Raccoon. They're all different shades of criminal, each with their own level of ruthlessness. They're not exactly complex characters, but every actor gives a solid performance, with a few standouts. A major talking point of the film is Han Solo getting recast. Personally, I think Aldrin
Anglerfish
does a fine job. I like that his version is goofier and more naive, but there's still that snarky, smartass attitude from episode 4. He definitely gets outshined by Donald Glover and the Twinkie dude from Zombieland. Mr. Gambino is very charismatic and brings a ton of energy to every scene he's in. I especially like the moment where he first meets Han in the bar and gets challenged to a game of Pazak. Sorry, wrong game. To me, it's one of the most memorable parts of the movie. They bounce off each other effortlessly, cordial on the surface, but underneath they're just throwing jabs at each other. It's very reminiscent of their meeting in Cloud City in episode 5. Gambino does a great job of making his version feel like OG Lando, a smooth talker but less experienced.
Personally, I wasn't all that impressed with Chirrut. No sense of humor or style. Nonetheless, their L3 and I were deep in their sacred temple.
Woody Harrelson plays Beckett, the veteran smuggler who doesn't care about honor or loyalty, just about staying alive and getting paid. I really enjoyed his performance. He nails that Texas gunslinger persona to a T. Even though he ends up betraying Han, I really enjoyed their camaraderie. The final Mexican standoff scene where he shoots Han first, and while dying, Beckett still gives him props for the outplay, like, game is game. Another big draw of Solo is the action. They kept me engaged even if you know how the story is going to play out. My favorite has to be the trench warfare scene on Mimban. I don't know how you say that, but that planet right there, that you'll see it. Where Han is stuck on the battlefield as a lowly Imperial grunt. It's easily the most horrific depiction of war that we've seen in Star Wars. The hellish landscape, lit only by flashes of explosions, looks straight out of a nightmare. It's so metal, I just love it. Another highlight for me is the Kessel Run. It's such a visually striking moment, back with these booming sound effects. I really wish I'd seen it in theaters. It's like Dune, you know? To get the full experience, you gotta watch it in theaters. Lastly, let's talk about the Darth Maul reveal. It was pretty dumb. I already knew about the reveal going in, and when it happened, my eyes just kinda glazed over. It didn't make me mad. It just didn't make me feel anything. It felt forced, and the only real foreshadow was that the crime syndicate was called the Crimson Dawn. Holy shit. Which I guess hints at the color red, and well, you know Darth Maul is black. After all the hate Solo got when it came out, 7 years later, people either remember it fondly or just don't care about it. It doesn't really expand the Star Wars mythos in any significant way, and I think that's why it doesn't stick with people. The story doesn't change how you see Han Solo. It's just a fun side adventure. It's cool in the moment to see him meet Chewie, make the Kessel Run, and even get the Falcon, but it doesn't leave a lasting impression. Like, take Rogue One for example. Its characters are arguably even more cardboard than Solo's, but its story about stealing the Death Star plans gives real weight to an event that's glossed over in A New Hope. The stakes feel higher, and you actually see the sacrifices it took to accomplish the mission. That emotional payoff gives a sense of purpose that Solo just doesn't really have. Solo is not a must-watch Star Wars movie. You can skip it and go watch Episode 2 instead. If you're looking for something lighthearted with some action, I'd recommend Solo. But if you want something fresh and different, this is not it. Personally, I enjoyed my time with it. It accomplishes what it sets out to do for the most part, even if it isn't going to blow you away. Solo, where does Solo go on the tier list? Solo, you are going C tier.
I mean, it's alright, like.
I want to thank all my patrons. They're on the screen right now. My favorite for today is this one. That guy is the best ever. Thank you all for watching.